Agricultural College in Imbarara.
Agricultural Training College.
Urban from the Fisheries Training Institute. And the ones of Bukalasa, the principal himself said he's coming. I think he's on his way coming. It's a little bit far.
This one I've met.
The one from Bukalasa?
He's from
Bukalasa.
the one of Bukalasa, Mr. Solo.
No, the one on the way.
He's on the way coming. But his students are here. So here, this is Haruna from the Fisheries Training Institute. He's been here for 2 months and 3 days. Let him tell us what he has done. Yeah. And what is...
Hello.
Laura.
I'm Gideon. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Gideon Private Sector Foundation.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
He's executive director of PSFU.
Hello.
And Laura is
Laura, I'm Beatrice.
Laura.
I'm from Minister of Agriculture.
from Open Education.
Open Education.
Yes, it's a training program.
Ah, from ABI Trust.
Yes.
And you?
For me, I studied in Rubaga as a data assistant.
Okay. So you two are from ABI.
No, only she's also from
Open
Open
Education.
Ed. That's right,
Open
yeah.
Education. I want to find out more about Open Education.
I'd love to tell you all about it.
I'll give you my card.
That would be great.
We'll exchange cards. Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Isaac.
No, he's the one managing
So how are you?
I'm fine.
Our intern is here or where are they?
We are here.
They are
Do we
here.
train you in
So the people who manage agriculture here and the people who are transforming agriculture also.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are the young people that treat the people like us who are farmers to give us the knowledge from the classroom so that we can apply it, improve the things that
But
we
I
are
need a
doing.
manager.
Then you are in the right place. You are in the right place.
Well, I'm Waliaka Haruna from Fisheries Training Institute in Entebbe. I've been here for my internship for 2 months, and basically I'll be taking you through some of the activities that I will be undertaking. To begin with,
You are part of the group of interns.
Training.
Yeah.
The ones from fisheries.
How many are you?
we are
27.
yeah, those ones from Fisheries, Shera, and
About 27?
Bukalasa.
No, we are 27. They are not about.
So basically, where you're standing is a vegetable garden, and we are having a number of vegetables here that we are trying to integrate with the fish farming. With me here, this is spinach, those are collards, this is strawberry, is somewhere there. The other ones are beetroot. The other side is Amaranthus britannia, that's a buga. The other side is Amaranthus green, Bordeaux. On the extremes we have onions, and in the hanging tires we have some tea spices there. So,
Spices, eh?
yeah, within those hanging tires there. So, when we look at integrated aquaculture, we are looking at basically putting up 2 or 3 agricultural projects within the same section of land, whereby one project can benefit from the other and the other one can also benefit from the other. When you look at this, these vegetables, basically, you may raise them for sale, but then you may also raise them as a feed to fish. When you look at within these tires, we have manure. That manure, after you've harvested your vegetables, you can use them as a fertilizer to the pond. That fertilizer helps in the growth of algae, on to which the fish will feed. You may also, when you look at our ponds, are having what we call water hyacinths. This one basically many Ugandans take it as a weed, but under our own research and kind of innovation, we say that we researched and found out that it can as well be used as a feed to fish. It's shallow rooted, and basically fish can keep on feeding on those roots directly.
Are there a specific type of fish that enjoy this, like mudfish or tilapia?
Tilapia, basically.
All fish?
It does well. It would do much more well for tilapia than catfish, because catfish is a bottom feeder. So it cannot. So basically, when you're using tilapia, it would be much more better to have it there. And in the other way, the water hyacinth helps in automatic regulation of the water quality parameters. Maintenance of the water quality of the pond without your direct involvement, because it helps in the removal of excess nitrogen in the pond, which would have been so dangerous to the fish. We know that these feeds we give fish contain a lot of protein, and when could be excess of them or some of them drop to the bottom, they undergo decomposition and we have ammonia. That ammonia is so it affects fish in one way or the other. So basically, its being there is it will help in the removal of that excess of nitrogen, such that the water quality is maintained automatically. And in the other way, it's also used as a feed to the animal section. Basically, we may talk about pigs. We harvest it, we remove the vegetative part, chop it and give it to our pigs, and also the livestock. Or you can process it, you can add value to it, you can dry it, mill it and mix it with other feeds to give the same. Because we are looking at ways at which we can reduce the expenses as far as feeding farm animals is concerned. With the with putting in less effort and
but
less
with
resources.
the desired nutrient.
Yes.
Without having to.
Because when you look at
32.9%
of protein,
it has methionine, it has lysine, and these are very important amino acids for growth of any animal.
so basically, instead of looking at silverfish as a source of this 32% composition of protein, we would rather resort to this, which is removing that competition between human and the animal sector for the same source of protein. So when you look at water hyacinths, the darker weed, they have higher concentrations of protein than you would get from the silverfish and whatever. And remember, we are raising them. You're not putting in all of that much effort, not all of that much expenses, because it's all about putting it in water. It will reproduce. And
By itself, without any fertilizers, any, you don't put in anything to help it either germinate.
The feed of the fish and the waste of the fish now becomes the feed of the water hyacinth. And so it is cleaning the water as well. I think, Haruna, we need to move on to the next person. I don't know if there was something else.
But
you
why
wanted to say.
tires? Why not directly?
No.
put it?
Hey,
Okay.
now
In fact, when I was there, I was thinking
Food
it's like
No,
a-
the tires
it's
actually
like a
is our
master's
innovation.
saying, you know, when I came from there,
The tires
looking,
is our innovation as Goody Farm, I think, as we move, because I know people want to leave. As it's our innovation as Goody Farm, to take the farm to the people, especially our neighbors. Our neighbors. Thank you.
hey, they can come and fish and buy.
No, they are buying tires.
This is very good.
We make tires.
You even the painting, you paint for yourself.
Yes, we do the painting, we do the
This is
cutting,
innovative.
and we are able to take the farm to our neighbors.
Okay.
Sacks rot and you start managing soil dropping, etc. But then we are here. For us, that's an important raw material. With the tires, you can even take 15 years without this vegetable pot rotting. And now we are using our resoil, the soil that we have made here, which releases nitrogen up to 3 years, NPK up to 3 years. So we put in that soil, we give you a vegetable. You can water twice in a month because our resoil conserves water for 2 weeks. And then you are able to enjoy your vegetable, fresh vegetable. If it's spinach, you pick your leaves. If it's, what is it called, skuma, you pick your leaves and it continues growing. That's how we are connecting with our neighbors.
So-
we are the village of the town.
So the Songhai model, where are you applying this?
Because for us we are zero waste.
Because it's integrated. I see this integrated.
Yes.
You have the vegetable.
Yes, I've been to Songhai. Yes.
Vegetables, you have
But
the
even I
animal.
think before I went to Songhai, I
You
was
already
already
doing
I was
it
already a zero waste farm. And we are using a lot of biology in all that we are doing. That's why we have invested a lot of time in researching the nutritional component of each of these elements that we have here. Okay, at first we had to do a lot of research,
Right.
because it's not an area that is being taught in the different colleges where we get students from.
Unfortunately not.
So it requires a lot of research on the person who is interested in it.
Right.
But the good news, yes, what we do for feeding our children, we use water hydrant. We harvest it, we chop it, we return the roots, and feed on the green. So within 14 days, then it rejuvenates. Yeah.
Where is this water coming from?
This water is coming from, there's a stream, or something up there.
So did you put the pipe?
Yes, we put the pipe. We put the pipe. Yes. So this is the Haruna. Haruna is also an intern. He's going to tell us what he's doing. Haruna, here we have our guest of honor, the ED of Private Sector Foundation of Uganda. We have Rora from Open ED. We have Dr. Beatrice from Ministry of Agriculture. She's the Director Extension Services. We have our lecturer from Chera Agricultural College. We have our lecturer from the Fisheries Training Institute. And we have a representative from Skilling Uganda, Skills Development Facility, that support us to be able to manage interns. Tell us what you are doing here and what you've done for the last 2 months.
Yes, you most welcome our guests. My name is Mutakuwa Lawrence from the Fisheries Training Institute in Kenya, and I'm here specifically for internship. And due to my course, we used to only deal in live fish, aquaculture, and marine fisheries. But when I joined this press, the doctor had so many ideas, and she told me how we could add value to the fish. So we came up with an idea of making fingerling snacks, where we made fingerlings of this nature. So we added value. Yes, we made the snacks. Yes. So with this, it's a very good business which any youth can do, and actually it's a profit-generating business, though it needs little inputs. So yes. So when I made my cost-benefit analysis, I realized that I could need snacks, fingerlings of about 800. That's 10,000 fingerlings. I'll need a refrigerator, a frying pan, charcoal, and then the ingredients. Then I
What
also
are the ingredients apart from fish?
the ingredients. I need salt.
Cooking oil.
Yes, onions, cooking oil, then these packaging materials. So I could come up with a product of this nature. Yes, I made my business model canvas, and I realized that my customers could be the school-going children, the local market, some shops, and so many other people who could take interest in my products. I realized that
So from the 800,000, you buy the fish 10,000.
Maybe you complete your cost-benefit analysis.
yes, my cost benefit analysis. Of course, each fingerling goes up to 150.
When you are buying fish.
Yes, 150. The small ones, 100. So, if I need 10,000 to make a pack of fillet, I would need 10,000 to make 100 packs. Yes. So that's where the 800 goes. Buying these ones. Cooking oil. I could start with 5 liters. That's 35,000. Then the packing materials.
That's more.
Yes. And I could start with 2 rolls. And it could go to around 10,000. So on average, I need a capital of 1.6 million.
What is that?
Yes, to start the business. But as we go on, we might go later.
How do it take you to get back?
My capital. Of course, I could point break after in 2 months. Yes, in 2 months. Yes. How much? Each?
How much?
It is 1,500.
But now you can get for free. This has Woody Farm. It's one product that we are promoting for school-going children. It has omega-3 and has omega-6, which is very important for brain development. And there is no school that can guarantee that your child is eating the right protein for brain development. We are doing this as well from partnership with schools.
So you sell them to schools?
The partnership we want is not that the schools have it in the canteen, but we are also going into a new partnership where we want the parent to pay the voucher, and the child just presents the voucher to the canteen. And
At the beginning of the
a
term.
fish daily, 1 pack daily. So that we are sure the child is getting
So
the
the
protein
parent
they
pays
require
at the
for.
school.
No, the parent pays here and the child goes with vouchers. So you just go and pick.
So
at
you,
break time.
so for you are going to be delivering at the school.
We deliver to the school, but the parent has already paid. And
So
we
the
are
school
sure-
pays you?
No, the school is not paying any. The school just brings the vouchers.
Or the parent pays to you?
Yes, and we
Directly.
give vouchers. So me as a parent, I give my child 100 vouchers.
So
My
every
child
day
goes
she-
to school, presents a voucher at the canteen, and picks fish.
The parent will have
How
paid
long
here.
for preservative
Or they come and
purposes?
pay here?
How long does it take?
This thing takes 1 year and a half.
1 year and a half.
1 year and a half.
Sure.
Yes,
And the nutrients are maintained?
and they are still there.
1 year and a half.
Yes,
1.5 months.
1 year and a half.
Packed like this.
Yes.
You can stay.
Yes.
What are you preserving usually?
Those are trade secrets. But we shall now we have products here which are protected, but we shall let you know. Ivan, we have only few minutes with you. Let us know what is going on here.
I welcome you, my dear visitors. I'm here to present you the fingerling production business. Yes, I'm the local company. First of all, I'm going to move you through the activities that I do. I do the feeding of
What
the
is
fish.
that? What is that you have?
These ones, these are mashed feeds. Yeah.
What are the importance in it?
This is mukene and some we put there some cassava flour so that they are buying the meat. So that we can feed them to the flies. Feed them to the flies in the suppers.
Yeah, but it's going down the way.
Yes, we're supposed to face where the water is.
I think you go this side.
Now that is enough. That one which you have put is enough. Because we feed just 1 kilogram in the whole pond.
So here I'm not seeing that.
The flies, they are in the corner. They are eating because since they are small. They are eating a little bit small. So we put the fruits which can float here. Some of them are very small. They are eating small. So when flies grow, they grow a little bit to a certain size, which I want something like 1 meter like this. So no, not 1 meter. It is 1 inch. Oh, sorry, it is 1 inch. Then I transfer them to what? The tank. Yes, I transfer the tank. I put there some chemicals for money, what? And I transfer them to the
Formalin?
tanks. Yes, I put there some for culture. Yeah, that formalin is used.
Not to kill it. Because
No,
that formalin-
it does not kill, but for it is like a chemical to kill all the what?
The other germs.
Yeah, they know the germs.
The
After killing
diseases.
the germs, later I transfer them to the what? To the pond.
How careful can you be not to kill the flies?
Not to kill the flies, I put there a simple. It is a simple, it is less concentrated. Yeah, it is less concentrated. So that the flies, they do not die. But they can be live. And the water can also be live.
And how long do they take to mature?
Yes, the flies, for them, they take 1 week to 2 weeks. Later, I transfer them to the fingerlings. The fingerlings, they take 2 months to mature. So
Then you harvest
some,
them
that
and
is-
sell.
That is 1 month and 2 weeks.
So you said what do you transfer to the...
I transfer there to the flies. These ones, those ones you have seen, to the tank. They go to a certain size, later I transfer
Or
them.
then you bring them back.
Then I bring them back to the pond.
Why don't you raise them directly from here?
Yes,
Why they
no,
have
the
to
reason
be in a
that's why
cage?
I'm not raising them directly from here are the conditions.
Mm.
Here the conditions are very good for the eggs to hatch. Yes.
What numbers are we
So
looking
is there a fish that is hatching here?
Yes.
The-
No,
the mother
the
fish.
hatched fish, I use a brood stock at a ratio of 3 to 9. That brood stock, they produce the eggs.
So
I
it's
get-
the eggs that you get and put here.
I put
Hatch. Okay.
What numbers are we looking at?
Yes, the number I'm working with the number of 20,000 After 2 months, because tonight produce fingerlings.
So, and the
What about
pellets?
these other ones?
Yes, the pellets, these ones, when they grow,
The fish grows.
yes, now it has grown to from this size, I give them to this size there. Then when it goes to this size,
When you put it in the water.
yes, I put it in the other water. You see
Okay.
the other one is a little bit big. I see you are seeing. Yes.
The fish, yeah.
Yeah, it is a little bit big.
Maybe
Those
put.
ones, they have not yet reached to this size, so I crush a little bit.
Okay.
So such a pond can contain how many fish?
Such a pond can contain 3,000 fingerlings.
About 3,000.
About 3,000 fingerlings.
Yeah, that's
How big is this pond?
This pond, it is 7 to 9 meters.
But
So
when they're
I-
full
and
grown,
how
it's just 1,000? When they're full grown, it's just 1,000?
6,000.
Or 1,000? But when they're full grown, how many can fit in a pond this size?
This is, I've not go to,
You repeat that question.
How deep?
That's
how
all.
deep? It is 1
Okay,
meter.
how
What was the-
many? How many can fit when they're full grown, when they're like...
He says he puts there 3,000
It
and
does
they
not
will
have
grow.
any impact
Then
on the
you can
fish
have
because
it.
it is very advantageous.
What are the advantages?
First of all, you know this is plant. The plant, they take up that carbon dioxide, they release oxygen. And that oxygen is good for the fish. Yes.
Okay, we are together.
Where do we expect these interns to be?
Some of them are going back to school. They still, the colors, the FTI, they have 1 year. Should we first up there? They have 1 year. They are going back to school. Chera, they have 1 term. And the Kalasa, those ones have finished.
So this is something they can do after school.
And this is something you can do at your own place. And even if they did not have fish, for example, they can buy fingerlings and make snacks. They can come to us or any other farm, pick fingerlings, and do that. This tire business, the tire vegetables, that is also something anybody can do. You can do a tire in your small area, put in your soil, put in your vegetable, and you start a business of selling a vegetable garden. Yeah.
Hey, don't step on
This is pepper which prevents snakes from entering our pond. Okay,
So
Jonathan.
when snakes enter ponds, what happens?
They eat
They
fish.
eat the fish.
They eat the fish. Yeah.
Ah,
And some type
Jonathan.
of birds.
We have 5 minutes here.
Our dear visitors, you're welcome. My name is Jonathan. I'm an intern from Fisheries Training Institute. When I came here, actually I had identified a problem, which was food insecurity due to competition for fish between animals and humans. So there is a high need of protein for animals, for formulation of animal feeds. So they have been using fish as a source of protein. So now, for me, when I came here, I ventured into a project that is low-cost feed. And in this project, we try to identify cheaper sources of protein for feed formulation. So one of the items we identified was the maggots. So we culture maggots and we process them to produce a product that is like this. So these are dry maggots. Yeah. So we can further process them and form powder which can be mixed in blend to formulate the animal feed, such as the chicken, the piglets, the cows. So maggots have 43% protein. Then earthworms, I also ventured in the project of production of earthworm. So this is the earthworm, but these ones are not processed. These ones have just been processed, picked from the culture. So in this project, we use materials such as, we use the cat tires, dry cow dung, but this one has stayed for some good time, so it has undergone decomposition. But we use cow dung and other plant materials, the soft ones, and we make this culture. So as we introduce earthworms, so as these earthworms are feeding, they're breaking down the complex material from the cow dung, from the agriculture waste, the plant material. So at the end of the day, we get our earthworms, and at the same time we get composite, which is used as manure. Yeah. So this composite is highly nutritious. It is rich in natural NPK, that is potassium, nitrogen, and sodium. So it also has humus. This humus enables it to retain water for a period of 14 days, which is 2 weeks. So if you are using this composite, you would only filter once in 2 weeks. So after harvesting these maggots, we also process them in the same way. We dry them. Actually, we put them in hot water so that they can die. Yeah, the earthworms, so that they can die. After dying, we put them in the sun dryer, and they dry from this, the product that is in this format. So after that, you can further process it to get animal food with other ingredients.
It's escaping.
It's going to be 3 or more, actually.
The maggots.
Rescue!
Earthworms or maggots?
These earthworms, actually, you got them from Cabanero.
No, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are these maggots?
Yeah, they're maggots.
Or they are earthworms?
These ones are maggots, these are earthworms.
Oh yeah, how do you make the maggots? That's what you want.
Now the maggots, to make the maggots, we use animal cut-offs that are high in protein, because when protein starts rotting, it produces some bad scent that attracts houseflies. So as these houseflies come, they lay their eggs there. So after a given period, you start seeing maggots emerging. So you wait for them, you give them something like 3 days to mature, to get size, then after you harvest, and then you process. You get this.
Okay, for our case here as a farm, we are slaughtering chicken. We sell 1,000 chickens per week. So they remain, they become part of the substrate. But also if you did not have that, you can get your chicken litter. Put it somewhere, wet it, leave it open for the flies to come and lay eggs. Then you cover it for 4 days, then you will find maggots. Yeah.
So here, since it's low-cost feed, we also grow water weeds, such as water hyacinth.
I know. I want to hear about that.
The water hyacinth, plus the duckweed and coriandra. This is coriandra, this, sorry, azora, then this is duckweed. So these three have the same properties in terms of protein concentration. They have 32% protein. So we use these 3 weeds as a feed for pigs. So it's a good source of protein.
So for our pigs here, we no longer use fish, we no longer use soybean. Actually, the unit cost of a kilo of our pig feed is 410 shillings. Because we cannot control the market, the price of the pork in the market, but we can only control our own inputs here. That's why we went into low-cost food, especially to support our smallholder farmers.
So do you manufacture feed for them or they
No, we train them to do it. It's not our business sell feeds, it's our business sell knowledge. Yeah.
So you just pick it straight from the pond, then to the trap. So
you don't process it?
No, the pigs will just eat them. The maggots. Of course, you will have to have gloves because it's a dirty thing. It has some microorganisms breaking down the material. So you would have to have gloves plus a mask. So after you start picking the maggots, then you wash them. After washing them, you pour. Pardon?
You start picking them?
Yeah, you pick them. Yeah, pick them. Or you can.
You want to do it?
You get a mesh. You get the mesh, then you pour the material there. Then you pour water. Then the dirty.
So what is this? Is from the soldier fly?
Housefly. Yeah.
Housefly.
Yeah, maggots.
And so you feed them
On fish, chicken.
you feed them on pigs.
Yes.
That big remnant. So what? It's very stinky, yeah?
Okay. The source of protein.
Yeah, I know.
So how much do you produce? Because a pig eats so much. How much do you produce for consumption?
Consumption? Actually, I had just said this project. I haven't estimated how much I should produce for consumption, but I had to venture into, I had to study the project first in order to apply the knowledge.
So you got vermicompost as well. So
Yeah, so here we are having earthworms.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting earthworms, we process them to get a product similar to this.
Yeah.
Then at the same time we also get composite.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, we bought earthworms, courtesy of him. He's the one who directed me to somebody who was selling the earthworms, and we bought a kilo at 200,000. The first kilo.
A kilo of...
We bought 2 kilos of earthworms, each at 200,000.
From the Netherlands?
No, he had his friends in Cavagnololo.
Cavagnololo.
He connected me, then I got the worms, then we started raising them. Now we don't have to buy from them anymore.
Very good. I'm very happy. So, but you said you feed them 2 pigs or 2 fish, or you feed them?
We don't fish. We don't.
No,
feed
no.
them
I mean
directly. The maggots.
Maggots, yeah.
Actually, we first crush them with corn powder.
Yeah, and then?
Then we mix it with bland, maize bland.
Okay.
So this you give it fresh.
Yeah, this
How
one
much
just.
of it? How much of it?
This
do
one.
you-
It depends.
You
You just give.
One thing, Consorter, is you have animal residue for these ones that you feed. You feed them on dead animals like the cadavers, right?
These ones?
Yeah, these ones. Yeah. You have like meat, rotted meat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it pig meat that you use for that, or
Yeah, we
is
use
it cow
pig
meat?
Okay, cut-offs. We use cut-offs. The
Cut-offs, yeah.
intestines, the unwanted parts.
So, is there any risk of disease if you feed the maggots to the pigs afterwards? Because if the
Carry over.
Yeah, carry over.
Actually, what we do, we first put them in boiled water.
Yeah, okay.
To kill the microorganisms.
So you sterilize them?
Yeah. Then after we sun dry, we put them in a solar dry. Then we get dry ones.
All right.
Have you tested if they have any residues? Is this
residue?
Yeah, if they have any microorganisms or
Residues are yeah,
Actually,
like
to do
chemical
that,
ones. Huh?
To do that, we would need a lab first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you need to link it up to research projects.
So the earthworms, you put them here for a reason, or they feed on this?
No, they feed on the...
Okay.
Just a show.
Okay.
You have seen the maggots, you have seen the earthworms, so we use those low-cost feeds. The maggots, the ant hill. Ant hill mainly provides iron to our feed. So what we do, we mix together maize plant, we mix with the crushed like maggots and earthworms, we mix together so that we can provide our fish, our piglets with proteins. So here at our farm we are having 40 sows and 2 bows, and we have several sections. So this section is the winners, so they have just come from the mother. So we have these are more than 300 them. The bows on the other side.
So maybe you go to the other side and then you come down?
I think we should come following the other side.
No matter, okay. One time we have 400, about 400. But are you smelling anything? So that is some product we have made, overflow. It enables the farmers, especially smallholder farmers, to enjoy farming.
And also the flow we use. Wood shavings to absorb the urine and the wastes from the pigs.
Here you cannot know that you are in a
You
big
can't even detect the
Not
the smell.
That is organ.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
is organ together with the
Organ you get it from where?
We make it.
It's also a product.
Oh, you make it here?
Yes, it has effective microorganisms that can smell but also become food. It's organic. We are organic.
So these are others.
So these are our sows. There are 6 of them, 7, and the rest are here.
They are synchronized. To make sure every month there are some that we are mating and others are not being mated. Everything is synchronized. So we can have the piglets promised to sale. The males must be now waiting to breakfast.
And when they deliver,
15 of them.
you do 15.
Yeah, each can deliver 15. Because of the good nutrition they get, that's how they manage to give out large numbers. And here at the farm, we don't observe any death. All that produced grow.
They are hungry.
No, they are satisfied.
They have just been fed.
Yeah.
Makes it mix. Is everything they eat organic as well? Is everything they eat organic as well?
So this is another project of ours by Ata, which is connected to this. Ata, tell us what we are doing here. We have 5 minutes
engineer
only.
guy.
Yes, Ata. Please go ahead.
Good evening.
5 minutes.
Good evening. So my name is Arthur. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession, and I'm very passionate about clean cooking solutions. So my project is basically I convert the waste that comes from there into biogas, and then I upgrade its quality to a 99%, and then I pack it into cylinders to, like, for smallholder farmers to cook. Yeah, and the main problem is that 94% of our country is actually using firewood and charcoal as a primary fuel, and it is causing the death of so many women and the children who go with their mothers to the kitchens. Yeah. So I came in and I was like, I'm going to try to work on this thing and I see if it is going to work. So we partnered with Uganda Industry Research Institute, and we made a prototype. Yeah, and this is one of the prototypes. Yeah, we have tested the gas, and it's able to deliver about 120 hours of cooking time. So that means it can last for about 2 months for a family of 4 people. Yeah. And so right now we are working on scaling up. We're going to set up a 52-liter facility here to produce for large-scale production of actually the biogas, and then we shall be producing about 100 of these every week. We are going to get the equipment from Thailand. We have been able to secure an investment of around $20,000. So we're getting the equipment like in October, and then we shall begin our production by November. Yeah, so I'm a bit nervous, but I'm ready to receive any questions that you may have for me.
No, I think thanks for the prototype.
Yeah.
So this is only coming from the pig section,
Yeah,
or it's coming from poultry and coming from
yeah, like any kind of organic waste, and the best waste is actually the kitchen waste. Yeah, because their calorific value is actually much higher.
Much higher.
Yeah.
So you're going to pipe to the kitchen.
Yes, or not, but our intention is to put it in cylinders. The smallholder farmers we work with have a challenge of firewood. That's the problem we are trying to solve.
For your use here.
No, we can also use, as I was going to be tied into electricity, but these cylinders will be supplied to farmers. The cylinders we are procuring from Thailand will be supplied to smallholder farmers. The money we would have used to buy firewood, we'll be able to at least save for the cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cook quickly, cook very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our main competitor are the LPG companies like the Totals and the Vivol, and so you find that the Total can refill it like the full is about 60,000, and we're going to begin with a minimum price of 35,000
for the same.
Yeah. 1,000 per day.
So we hope that it is going to.
No, we are actually we are targeting a different market.
The main challenge
smallholder
is the cost of the
That's the one we
cylinder.
are working on.
Yeah. Because as long as someone has the cylinder, it's actually much cheaper than the Yeah. Yeah, so they come and refill on the
So this is for October.
Yeah,
The timeline is
We shall call you to come to launch.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, well, thanks. Thanks for the good evening. But this is
we try to make sure we model things as the smallholder farmer
it's a holistic picture.
in a simple way.
some other enterprise uses the waste from here can be used.
It's a zero waste farm.
So the reason I don't have the other vegetables for taking.
Our business is in
My garden.
No, but we can give you seedlings.
Yes, that's what I want.
So the reason we are only interested in using the pig litter for the biogas is that the poultry one, once you get it and put it directly into the fish, it has a lot of nutrients. It reduces the cost of feeding your fish over 40%. You know, chicken, when it is eating, it wastes a lot of, no, they lose a lot of food with nutrients. Yes. And we are, for broilers, we keep them for only 5 weeks. So the food is still nutritious, they kept within the waste. So we put them directly to the ponds, and we are able to save a lot on feed.
Dr. Gubler, are you also teaching the interns to measure those kind of things and do like small experiments?
Yes. Actually, we use the power of the interns to help us do the long-term experiments because they compare. Now you can compare like 5 different people doing particular different jobs, and we are able to study. Of course, you have to have a keen eye as the owner of the project.
Yes, of course.
But at least you have extra hands.
Absolutely.
So the interns help us to have extra hands supporting us to do our work.
So these interns are going up to when?
These interns are, today
been
is their
here for a month
63rd day. No, 2 months and 3 days.
They are graduating.
They are graduating.
So you need more
because they have to go back to school.
So when I bring
so
him
then
more.
what happens?
To us. The farm keeps running. The farm has other projects running. Let's talk about this. Yes. The farm is always there.
Hello. I'm Musa. We are now on the organics desk. We produce different organic products. These are organic farm inputs. They are organic pesticides. These help to eliminate pests from the gardens. We have organic fertilizers that boost the growth of crops, and we have organic flower stimulators that boost the growth of flowers on the crops. I'll start from this side, coming this side like this. We have this one is the organic pesticide. This one is pure organic, and it helps to eliminate the insects away from the flowers. It is pure organic, and it does not aim at killing the insects because there are some insects that are so crucial in our environments, like bees. If you're there to spray, you'll be eliminating honey production in the community.
Pollination.
So there are very many purposes the bees do. So we don't aim at killing them. We just make sure they are away from our crops to avoid destruction. But it's having a substance called hydrogel that is antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial. That one totally kills those ones to death because for them, they lead to total destruction. If you just chase them out, they can just extend and just cause harm to another crop next.
And that hydrogel is from the vermiculture where we make the worms. So the liquid that comes out is what we use for the pesticide. This is the pesticide that won the award, the iGrow competition. It's the pesticide that won.
Yeah. So this one is Ogafat. This is an organic fertilizer. It's a liquid one. It's having a faster reaction on the crops. Is that unique property with it. In 1 week, you'll be seeing the change on your crops when you apply it. It's a difference it gives between it and other organic products. It is having that faster reaction when you apply it. It's easy to apply and easy to use. Being organic, it has no effect on the environment and the person applying it.
For we have used it on Boga and on Dodo, and we have been able to save the maturity time by 1 week. So meaning you can go in the market 1 week earlier than your competitors.
So this one is Resoil. It's a soil enhancer. It's a solid soil enhancer. It boosts, rejuvenates the soil fertility. It helps to bring back the lost fertility to its normal state. We have gone ahead to use different recommended agronomic practices that have destroyed our environment soil-wise. So we came up with this product to make sure we come back to our normal original state. This is Resoil. Its purpose is to rejuvenating and enhancing the soil properties in your soil. It's made from 4 main components. There is composite, the green composite from our normal green residues. From the animal dung, we use the pig dung here. From the plant charcoal, that's the biochar. And the plant manure, this is the indigenous microorganisms. Every component here has a great effect it adds on the soil. The composite, it is having those NPK nutrients that are responsible for the better crop growth. nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, in that each of them is having a different property to add to the soil and the crop. Then the dung, it is composed of majorly nitrogen. Any crop to be green has to possess nitrogen. Then the plant charcoal, its purpose majorly here is to store water in the soil. This one here is having that property of keeping water in your soil for a period between 10 to 15 days when you use it. It's brought about by the presence of this plant biochar there. It also has other factors to add to the soil, like making a platform for the microorganisms, the next component there, for their reproduction. Yes. So it is having a very vital role, and it is carbon in nature, and for any tree to be strong like this, it must possess carbon. So it is a very crucial element in our soil. Then the plant IMO, that one is the microorganisms. They have a very diverse use in our soil. They help to improve on all the soil properties, speak about structure, profile, texture, color, water, pH, they are very main, the workability. So all these are done by the presence of the microorganisms. If they are not there, then your soil isn't the proper soil. So this is this product.
Okay.
Yes.
1 minute. So
Okay.
this one, this one is the same as this, eh?
This is Oga fat side.
So okay, it's a mixture.
It's a mixture of these
fertilizer
two.
and insecticide. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Then this is Oga fume. When we went at our piggery styles, we had no any smell. It's not brought naturally, but it's brought about by this product here. We apply it always to make sure we have no smell.
How do you apply?
How do you apply?
You just spray. For every liter, you add there 10 liters of water.
And then you spray in the
You
house.
just spray in the house.
How often?
For us here, we apply once in a week. Yes.
Okay.
Once a week. And
Yes.
it remains okay for the rest of the week.
It's
Or
normal.
even eat your food in the pigsty without noticing
Oh,
the
this is
stuff.
very important.
This one?
But you can still apply it in the latrines like schools.
Yes.
Like flies where the rubbish pits are, there is always that unwanted smell, you can still use it there. Then there is this August stimuli. This is a flash stimulator. When you grow a crop and it's having out of nitrogen, the crop will just grow and it's purely green. But it's useless for a crop to grow without flowers. So with that, you can just add this one to induce the release of the flowers. Yes.
It also has a property of averting flower abortion. You have seen plants which have a lot of flowers, but the flowers never mature into a fruit. Sometimes they have
Especially
flowers and the
mangoes,
flowers abort. So it stops the flower abortion.
One or two questions.
Yes.
The first one is, are we doing this research here
Yes.
ourselves?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But we are supported by Narrow. We are working with Narrow. Whatever
No,
we
I'm
find,
really
as
very happy
Narrow
to see
will
this.
guide us in this.
Now, in terms of mass production, because we intend that farmers will come and pick this and buy this from us. Now, some entrepreneurs, how much can we to multiply to do commercial production?
Right now,
In other words,
we
for
are
instance,
30
in a-
districts, we have 30 agents. Actually, we have invited you for the launch of our Oga suite. We have already launched this suite. It has 8 products that we already have agents in the districts we produce and we will supply
No,
them.
I
But
mean
the agents, they also help us to get the raw materials. We don't have all the raw materials here, so we buy them from
So the
districts.
manufacturing is here?
The manufacturing is here.
Okay, I was looking at someone, like you give them like they buy the what? The pattern, then you just
For now, we want to still have the patent, but we can buy materials from everybody else. Yes, I think
For me, I want
business
this
has
one.
secrets.
I want this.
No problem. You'll get it.
How much is it?
It's 50,000.
So each of these is 50.
Each of these is 50. That's
For me, I want it from my school.
Okay.
Yeah, and you will tell us
The
fire stone.
This is another organic way of.
This one is famous for women groups. For us, we work with women.
This is a stove that cooks without fire. It works on the principle of black bodies. Black bodies have that principle of absorbing and releasing heat easily. So we do that by putting this black body inside, that after cooking your food for a short time on the normal heat source, you pick it 5-10 minutes and you put it here, then you cover it with this one. The heat it has gained from the other normal heat source is going to be retained till the food gets cooked. It is having a bit of keeping your food warm for over 24 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
And for us, this innovation
And
is
it doesn't get burnt.
No way.
So that is the advantage.
It reduces energy use up to 60%. And for us, this innovation is very important for the smallholder farmer. They go to dig very early in the morning. What they prepare their food and go with their food cooking. They have always been eating cold food. We don't know with which jams or whatever. This is intended for the smallholder farmer. Whatever we do here, we have the smallholder farmer in mind. Let us go to the last point, then we sit and listen.
The women, when I was still young, teaching
Yeah, it used to be tea course. What? I remember even my grandmother had it. It's 100,000.
100.
But it's good.
So this is our last one.
Even when children are coming from school, for you just sit there and different.
You can do your pre-boil your meat, put it there, you boil your rice, it's ready, it's warm, it is steaming.
The husband, when you come, instead of going to warm the food, you just make it like a flask.
It's like a flask.
Just put on the table, you can serve yourself.
Okay, friends, we have 5 minutes only here. Let us know what is here. And who are you? Yes. Thank you. And who are you? Where are you from?
I am married.
I do report on that as well. Okay.
As you see, here we have tomatoes. When you are growing tomatoes, you first take this little tomato grove. You may decide to plant them direct or first raise them under the nursery bed. I've got the other side. It was our nursery bed where we planted. When you are preparing a nursery bed, you have to note the following. If you are not going to start like that side, you have to prepare your land. After preparing it, you level it. After leveling, you make small rows. You may decide to use your hand or your finger off. That's it. And after doing that, you put there your seeds. After putting them there, you use little soil to cover. Then after covering, you mulch. After mulching, you water. Watering is done daily according to the weather conditions. Then you continue checking for germination. Germination of tomatoes, it always takes 3 to 4 days. Then after germinating, you remove the mulches, you construct a temporary shade on top of the nursery bed. Then then you keep on watering them as you prepare your seed bed. That is the land that is ready to receive the planting materials. Then transplanting is always done at 15 when these seedlings have reached to 15 inch. That is done half a foot.
That is done within 3 to 4 weeks. Then transplanting is always done during evening or in the morning time to reduce on the rate of transpiration. Then when you are transplanting, before transplanting, you prepare your seed bed, you do your spacing. Spacing of tomato is always the recommended one. It is 90 by 45. But according to, you may decide to space them according to the variety. Then after spacing them, you transplant. After transplanting, you water. After watering, you mulch. After mulching, you do some earthing up. Then after earthing up, you keep on
you add their manure to boost on the crop yields. Then after that you can. Then from there, when you are doing those, you keep on observing. Then if there is some diseases or pests, you may decide to use. If you were to use inorganic, organic, but the best one I think is organic, because it does not interrupt the micro. Then after those, you do some staking up. After staking them up, you keep on. When you do, then after, if there is excess leaves, you do some pruning as you are waiting for them to be ready. Gestation period of tomatoes is always 2.5 months. 3 months.
Thank you, Mariette. Thank you, Mariette. Very good. We have to go to the main place. What is key here? We are not so much into the different crops, but pepper is key for us because pepper is one of the ingredients of our different organic products. Yeah, we do pepper. This is to demonstrate the people suppliers. We do onions. It's also one of the ingredients we use in our products. Yeah, in our products. Then our main product here is the vegetables, the indigenous vegetables. And we did a cost-benefit analysis to sell just the plant. You would never fetch as much money as selling the seed. So we sell the seeds from the plant. One plant can give you 2,000 shillings if you are selling seed. Our business is selling seed of indigenous vegetables. So we have had a tour. Let us sit.
Rather than a band of
Nakati. Yes.